Shalom, my friend. It is good to see you. Come, pull up a chair. I have a story, a crucial lesson, that I believe you need to hear, especially in these fast-paced, often bewildering times. Today we're going to talk about a financial trap that for generations Jewish families have warned their children to avoid. Not just avoid it, mind you, but actively teach them to see coming from a mile away. It's a trap that preys on impatience, on the desire for something for nothing, on the allure of instant gratification. And its consequences? They can ripple through a lifetime, affecting not just your wallet, but your peace of mind, your relationships, even your very soul. You see the world today, it shouts at us, doesn't it? Get rich quick. Buy now, pay later. This is the next big thing. It's a constant drumbeat, a siren song tempting us away from the path of wisdom. But the Jewish tradition, it offers a different melody, a quieter one perhaps, but infinitely more profound and enduring. Our ancestors, they understood human nature. They understood the temptations, the weaknesses, and they built into our teachings, into our very way of life, safeguards against these pitfalls. This particular trap we're discussing today, it's not about a specific investment or a market trend. It's about a fundamental flaw in thinking, a spiritual vulnerability that can manifest financially. And it's something, my dear friend, that we must learn to identify, to resist, and to teach our own. Now imagine with me, if you will, the bustling, vibrant city of Safed in the 16th century, a hub of Kabbalistic wisdom, a place where the air itself seemed to hum with spiritual energy. In this sacred city lived a young man named Gavriel. Gavriel was not a scholar, nor a merchant of great renown. He was by trade a scribe, a sofer. His days were spent in quiet contemplation, meticulously forming each Hebrew letter on parchment, transcribing Torah scrolls, tefillin, and mezuzot. His work was slow, painstaking, and demanded immense concentration and precision. Each letter, each word held profound meaning. A single misplaced stroke, a tiny error could invalidate an entire sacred text. Gavriel took immense pride in his craft. He understood that his work was not merely about writing. It was about connecting the physical world with the divine. He earned a modest but consistent living, enough to support his family, enough to provide for their needs, and enough to give a portion to those less fortunate, as was the custom. He embodied the concept of achrayut, responsibility, not just for his craft, but for his family and community. He understood that true prosperity wasn't about fleeting riches, but about building something enduring, something of value. One day, a new merchant arrived in Safed, a man named Uri. Uri was a whirlwind of energy, his eyes constantly darting, his voice loud and boisterous. He spoke of wondrous opportunities, of vast fortunes to be made in exotic silks and spices from far-off lands. He painted vivid pictures of ships laden with treasures, of fortunes amassed overnight. He was charismatic, persuasive, and had an uncanny knack for making ordinary folks feel like they were just one step away from untold wealth. Uri's arrival created quite a stir in the quiet streets of Safed. While most people continued with their diligent work, a few, captivated by Uri's tales, began to eye their modest earnings with discontent. Gavriel, with his grounded nature, listened to Uri's pronouncements with a quiet skepticism. He observed that Uri's promises often outstripped his actual deliveries. His opportunities always required quick, substantial investments, with little time for thought or due diligence. "The market moves fast," Uri would exclaim. "He who hesitates is lost." One afternoon, Uri approached Gavriel directly. "Gavriel, my friend," he boomed, "why do you toil over those dusty scrolls earning a pittance? I have an opportunity that will make you wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. A new trade route, a unique commodity. All I need is a small investment, and in a matter of weeks you'll see a tenfold return. Imagine. No more long hours, no more aching fingers. You could live a life of leisure, dedicate yourself entirely to study." Gavriel listened patiently, his hand resting on a half-finished parchment. He looked at the precise, carefully formed letters, each one a testament to patience and dedication. He thought of his family, of the quiet security his steady income provided. He considered the deeper meaning of emunah, of faith and trust. Not just faith in the divine, but trust in a process, in the slow, consistent growth that comes from diligence and integrity. "Uri," Gavriel replied, his voice calm and steady, "I appreciate your offer, but my work, though humble, is my life. Each letter I form is a meditation, a connection, and the returns I seek are not merely financial. They are in the spiritual sustenance this work provides, in the knowledge that I am contributing to something eternal. He paused, then continued. And about your opportunity, Uri. It seems to promise much, very quickly. My teachers have always taught me to be wary of that which comes too easily, or too swiftly. They speak of yira, not just fear of God, but a healthy awe, a reverence for the natural order, for the laws of cause and effect. True wealth, they say, is built upon a solid foundation, brick by painstaking brick, not on a castle in the air. Uri scoffed. You and your old-fashioned ways, Gavriel. While you meticulously craft your letters, others will be making their fortunes. Opportunity knocks but once. Gavriel simply smiled. Perhaps. But perhaps it is also true that not all knocking is an invitation. Sometimes it is merely a distraction. And so, Gavriel continued his work, diligently, patiently. Uri, on the other hand, gathered a few eager investors, promised them the moon, and then, as quickly as he appeared, he vanished. The unique commodity turned out to be worthless, the new trade route a fiction. Those who had chased the quick fortune were left with nothing but empty pockets and bitter regrets. Gavriel, meanwhile, continued to earn his honest living, his family secure, his spirit serene. His work, his steady hand, his deep understanding of Musar, ethical instruction, had guided him. He understood that true prosperity is not about maximizing every fleeting opportunity, but about minimizing exposure to genuine risk, and about building on a foundation of integrity and enduring value. The trap Gavriel understood, and the one Jewish families teach their children to avoid, is the illusion of effortless wealth. It's the belief that significant lasting returns can be achieved without corresponding effort, without patience, without diligence, and without a deep understanding of what truly creates value. This isn't just about financial prudence. It's a profound spiritual teaching. In Jewish thought, we are often reminded that sustenance comes from God, but it also comes through our hands, through our honest labor. The Torah speaks of the work of your hands. It's a partnership. We provide the effort, the intention, the diligence, and the blessing follows. When we seek shortcuts, when we chase easy money, we are essentially trying to circumvent this partnership. We're saying, in essence, I don't want to do the work, just give me the blessing. This idea is deeply rooted in the concept of simcha shel mitzvah, the joy of performing a commandment. It's not just about the outcome, but the process, the effort, the intention. When it comes to something as fundamental as our livelihood, the means are often as important as the ends. Trying to gain wealth without honest effort, without due diligence, without understanding its true source, can lead to a hollow victory, or worse, to ruin. Think about it. Every truly valuable thing in this world requires time, effort, and often a degree of struggle. A beautiful garden doesn't sprout overnight. It requires planting, nurturing, weeding. A strong relationship isn't built on a single grand gesture. It's forged through countless moments of care, communication, and compromise. And true financial security, the kind that lasts, is not a sudden windfall. It's the result of consistent effort, wise decisions, and a deep understanding of risk and reward. It's about cultivating a mindset of shmirat hanefesh, guarding one's soul, which extends to guarding one's resources from folly and baseless pursuits. The temptation to pursue effortless wealth is pervasive in our modern world. Social media bombards us with images of overnight successes, of people flaunting immense riches gained seemingly without effort. This creates a false reality, a distorted perception of what it takes to build true sustainable prosperity. It feeds the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination which whispers to us, why work hard when you can get it easy? But the wisdom of generations past, the wisdom embodied by Gavriel the Scribe, teaches us a different path. It teaches us the profound value of patience, of diligence, and of integrity. It teaches us that true wealth is not just about the numbers in our bank account, but about the quality of our character, the strength of our relationships, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing we have built something solid, something real. It's about embracing bitachon, a deep sense of trust, not in fleeting opportunities but in the enduring principles of hard work and ethical conduct. When you encounter an opportunity that promises quick, effortless returns, I urge you, my friend, to pause, to remember Gavriel and his scrolls, to consider the concept of cheshbon hanefesh, a spiritual accounting of the soul. Ask yourself, what is the true nature of this opportunity? Does it require honest effort, or does it promise something for nothing? Does it align with your values, or does it appeal to your impatience? And most importantly, ask yourself, am I building on a solid foundation, or am I chasing a castle in the air? Because the Jewish tradition, in its infinite wisdom, teaches us that the greatest financial security comes not from chasing every shiny new thing, but from the steadfast commitment to enduring principles, from building slowly, deliberately, with integrity and with purpose. So go forth, my friend. Be like Gavriel, be diligent, be patient. Build your prosperity brick by painstaking brick, and teach your children, early and often, to avoid the illusion of effortless wealth. Teach them the profound value of honest work, of patience, and of the deep, abiding satisfaction that comes from building something true and lasting. Until next time, may your days be filled with blessing and your efforts bring forth true and enduring prosperity. Shalom.